What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? What's really hood waiting? I'm so damn hood, I'm so hood. No, but today is the last day of work. This is it. We're here. I posted the last video kind of late. I posted this morning. I'm sorry, I got busy at work and had to get some stuff done. I still wanted to do 100% my job before I leave. I didn't want to take it easy or something, so I kind of worked overload yesterday and got everything done. And then there was a lot of the farewell talks with people. You know, it's kind of crazy sometimes to move on from somewhere like this because, well, it's so far away that I don't live in these people's neck of the woods, you know, so it's crazy to think that, and people don't seem to believe this, but I said this might be the last time I ever talk to you again, you know, in our lives. I mean, when am I going to run into you? Probably never. We don't go to the same grocery store. We don't go to the same stores. You guys live in this city. I live over there. People move. People come and they go. You work in different places. You never know, man. You know, so a lot of those conversations are tough for me to have because, you know, you just don't remember or you don't think about that, but I do. I'm a big person. I think it has a lot to do with nostalgia. I think it has a lot to do with, you know, how we are as retro gamers and things like that. Is we're always kind of in love with the past, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think a lot of people look at that as like a negative thing, but no, I think it's a good thing. You appreciate everything, and you know that you're leaving a chapter of your life, you know. And working at a place for a few years definitely is a chapter, you know. And there's a lot of really good people that I won't get to talk to anymore. You know, you can always say this stuff like, oh, let me get your phone number and all this stuff, but we all know how things go. You get a new job with a new set of people, new things, new place, and you might text them once in a while, but at the end of the day, you kind of move on, right? I mean, you don't mean to, but that's kind of what happens, right? So it's kind of a bittersweet thing. When I was talking to him yesterday, it's almost kind of sad, and today will be worse. You know, which is why I'm not really looking forward to it. You know, I know when I walk out those doors, you know, you think to yourself, well, it's my last day of work here, man. This is it. You know? So I'll be moving on to a different adventure, you know? So now you think about your first day there, you think about a lot of things, and that's something I hang on to. I learned to appreciate everything as I'm going through it, you know? So this job taught me things, you know, and I met a lot of really good people. And I hope I affected them in a really good way. They got me a really nice card yesterday that had a whole bunch of like goodbyes and we'll miss you a lot and stuff and we don't want you to leave and things like that. So that felt really good to hear. And a lot of people, when they found out I was leaving, they were like genuinely upset. So that lets you know that you did something right. You know, that you affected people, the talks you had with them, the advice you gave them. And the advice they gave me and stuff. They talked to me through problems I was having, maybe a bad day at home or something. You know, everything matters that you say to people. Everything matters. So always leave a positive remark on people. You know, because words can hurt and things can hurt. So your talks that you have with people and the way that you treat them matters. It matters, and you never know. You never know. Sometimes when people would talk to me about, I had a lot of people ask me questions at work like, Dan, are you a Christian? And, you know, things like that. You never know how you affected somebody with how you answered that, you know. So I was always honest. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, if you're not, I don't judge you. You know what I mean? I don't look at you in a negative way. But, yeah, this is how I feel. This is what I like. This is how I feel about it. This is what I want to do, you know. Because they'd always ask me things. I remember this John guy came up to me one day. How are you always so positive in this place? Well, I said it has a lot to do with like being a Christian, and that's how you look at things. You know, it's not me. It's, you know, unlocking an ability basically that you can look at the best things in life in a bad situation. You know, you're simple. You're happy over very simple things, and it doesn't take a whole lot for you to be happy. You know. And so I remember when I had that talk with John, I remember he was like, okay. You know, and you never know how that affected him. And he's the one that, I mean, I don't want to go into John too much. John's a little slow, you know. But John actually, when he found out like a month ago that I was applying for jobs, he actually started crying. So I felt really bad. So I gave him a hug or whatever, and I said, it's okay, John. You can still text me and stuff like that. I was like, I'm not leaving necessarily. This is back when I didn't know. And I said, don't look at it like that. It doesn't need to be a negative thing, buddy. And he's like, well, I really like talking to you and stuff. And I'm like, well, I like talking to you too. Like, it's okay, man. Text me whenever you want. And so, you just never know how you affect somebody, dude. You just don't. And I don't like to leave a negative remark on people. I don't like to. I don't like to create negativity. I don't like to do that. I would hate to think that, like, I was negative to somebody and then that led them to do something else. You know what I mean? Like, it led them to be a bad person, or it led them away from, like, going to church or reading a Bible and giving it a shot or something. That'd be terrible. That'd be terrible, dude. Not to make it too religious. I know everybody out here is not religious, but I'm just being honest with you. That's what I always am. I am. I try to be. And yeah, I know, I'm not perfect by any means, but I'm trying just like the next person, right? But, anyway, yeah, I'll miss these people a lot. I really will. I'll miss them a lot, dude. And, you always miss everybody that you work with. For real, it happens. You develop friendships because you spend so much time with them, So it sucks when you got to think like it's over, it's done, And it is. It's just the fact of the matter, You can look at it a different way, but you're only painting a picture for yourself that's really not reality, At the end of the day, it's over. I won't see a lot of them again. And so you want to leave that good impression, You want to leave them with something that, hey, he was a nice guy. I hope someday if they ever hear that I died or something, they might want to come to your funeral or something like that, Like, he was a good dude, That's how I want to be remembered, So I try to talk to these people in that way. And I'd like to think there's nobody there that hates me. I'm pretty sure there's not, Because that's by design. I try really hard to do that. I try the same thing on YouTube. I try not to make you hate me. I try my best, but I'm not perfect. Sometimes I can be an asshole or something, for sure. For sure. I'm a human being just like the next guy. But anyway, yeah, it'll be a tough day today, for sure. Walking away from stuff, especially at the end of the shift. As much as you want to say you're excited for the next job and everything, there's always something different about that chapter you're closing. There's something to be said about that. But anyway, I did want to talk about a gaming subject today, now that we're 8 fucking minutes in. Superman games. It kind of pisses me off. Why is it so difficult? I was just in a chat talking to 21 Savage and stuff about this Batman game he's playing, and he's telling me he's having a fun time with it and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I love those Batman games, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge Batman fan. I'm really not. Batman's not one of my favorite superheroes at all. At all. Like, he's okay, but okay is about as far as I go. I don't love him at all. But he has awesome fucking video games. So I always think to myself, why is there not good Superman games? Like, Superman's dope as fuck. It's just they always make him stupid. They always make it dumb. He's always fighting somebody stupid or... Come on. Dude, Superman 64. For God's sake, what happened? The Game Boy game. I haven't played it yet, but my God, it doesn't look very good. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Now the arcade game's awesome. I grew up playing that. That game's awesome. And the one on the Genesis is really good. I like that one a lot. I grew up with that one as well. But the NES one, dude? Oh my goodness. Horrendous. Like, what were they thinking, dude? What are you doing? You have to make a video game about Superman, and that's what you spit out? What the hell is wrong with you? I don't care if you would have made a shooter where the whole time you're just flying as Superman and you're shooting your laser and you're playing a shooter. That would have been better than the NES game. Come on, man. They always got him fighting somebody stupid, and I get that to a certain point because he's so strong and stuff that you can't have him fight normal people because it wouldn't make any sense. So it's always got to be like aliens and stuff with these crazy powers, you know? So that I get. But even like the Death of Superman on Super Nintendo, like, it wasn't that good. It looks great. Oh, you're going to look at screenshots and maybe even some gameplay. But, oh, that's awesome. But when you play it, it's really not that good, man. It's really not. It's kind of good. You know, like, maybe worth a playthrough and then you never go back. You know? And it sucks, because I remembered that game being fucking awesome. My dad had it when I was a kid. It's on the Sega Genesis as well. But, like, why don't we just have a good one? A couple of them, man. Like, there's all these good Batman games and shit. Like, come on, you couldn't make a good Game Boy game, dude? Come on, man. Maybe I'm missing some here. I know there was one on the original Xbox, but it has terrible reviews, dude. It's terrible. So I've never played it, so I don't like to say. But, dude, how can you not just... You know, you have, like, Hulk Ultimate Destruction. Why couldn't you make a Superman game like that? Where Superman's pretty OP, but, you know, you have fun being Superman, destroying shit, you know? Fucking taking the enemy down, beating the shit out of people, ripping them in half and shit, you know? I don't know. Have something like happen to his powers where they're kind of dubbed down. I don't know, man. Like, what happened with Superman games, guys? What the fuck happened? And now, nobody even, like, touches that. Is it because they struck out so many times? Why is there no next-gen Superman game? Because I know a lot of people look at it like, oh, Superman kind of sucks. I think it's because of how he's portrayed. Like, he's an awesome superhero, dude. It's just, you gotta make the right game. You gotta make the right game, dude. He looked like he was decent in the movies. I never watched all the movies with, like, Justice League and all that. Now, there is that Justice League Heroes game, and you can pick Superman in that, which I will be. And, that looks like it's good, but I'm scared because nobody's ever talked about it. I did notice something about the gameplay, though. I guess you can only be 2 people at a time. And that kind of sucks, because in X-Men Legends and Marvel Ultimate Alliance and all that stuff, you could have up to 4 people. And that's one thing that was really cool about it, you know? Is you can make your team and you level them up and everything. In Justice League Heroes, you can only choose 2 people at a time. So that kind of sucks, dude. That kind of sucks. It's like, oh, what the fuck, dude? I want to be 4 people. Come on, now. Why didn't they do the same thing? What the hell happened? I don't know, dude. Like, why is there no awesome Superman game? Like I said, the Sega Genesis one is pretty sick. I mean, I like it a lot. I did an NDR of it. It's really good. And the arcade one was pretty sick. I like that one, too. It was fun. I remember playing that as a kid, and it was good times. But other than that, dude, Superman's like a really old character. Why couldn't we get a fucking good game? But anyways, I wanted to finish this up that I did see a lot of your comments in the last video, and I appreciate it. And yeah, I seen what you said about, like, I think it was Video Game Lover. It said make shorter videos. I might, but I don't want to, like, quickly get to, you know, subjects either. I like to... The thing is with What's Really Hoods is I've always been 100% like honest. And this is me. If you came to my house and you were hanging out with me, dude, this is me. I'm not reading off a script. I'm not thinking about this all predetermined. I'm pretty much just fucking going, dude. I go, oh yeah, the subject is this. I get out my phone, I hit record, and I start talking. That's why. Sometimes they're short, and I have a short answer, and sometimes they're ridiculously long. So that's why it's that way. But I love the comments. Thank you so much. I'll get to them later today. Today work's going to be busy. I might release the video like tonight or something. We'll see. Because I fucked up by putting out the other one way late, like this morning. So sorry about that. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Last day of work. And then a 4-day weekend. We're going to play some games.